Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is issue 83 of DeAgostini's Build Your Own X-Wing. Now in this issue we've got some more metal parts and some plastic parts that we're not going to be using quite yet. They're breaking it up a bit, which is good. I like a little bit of a variety in my building. Still on B-Wings, so the toys, the miniatures, toys and models, the B-Wing fighter. I never had one of them when I was a kid. I had an X-Wing, but I didn't have the B-Wing. Lego ones. I don't think I've ever built a Lego one either. No, B-Wing's not really. I mean, I like it, but it's not one of the favourites. It's not one of the good ships, is it? So, yeah, no. Luke Skywalker, obviously, cartoons, fine. I don't know what the Quasar Fire class is. That seemed quite cool. Looks a bit boring. It's like a mini Star Destroyer, isn't it? But yeah, young and old Luke. It's quite, yeah. There's a lot of changes gone on over the years, hasn't it? But still, anyway, onwards. The building, the part you've all come along for. I know you haven't really come for me to flip through the magazine. The rear fuselage framework. Is there an extra page? No, there's normally a picture of what you're building, but there we go. So we've got the upper right strut, a few things, more screws. The plastic parts that are in the bag, which we're not using yet. So I shall put those to one side, out of the way. While we look at the rest of it. Now, with this, as I say, we're extending the framework. Let me put the magazine out of the way and then have a look onwards. We're taking the main assembly plus all the metal parts from 80, 82 and 83. I haven't got the main assembly out yet. You may have noticed the lack of huge X-Wing. There's a little bit to do before we need to worry about that. So I'm going to do that first. I'm taking the left upper mid-rear fuselage strut and from issue 82. Along with this fuselage frame from 80. Right, wait a minute. Right, that's these bits and a bit that I don't seem to have. That's quite worrying. Is it in there? It's not in there, is it? Right, no. Right, I don't seem to have that bit. The fuselage frame from issue 80. That's not the bit we put down the sides, was it? So, right, I shall recover my parts box and go and find the bits that I haven't got ready yet. Right, don't worry, all is not lost. I had a bag of other bits that I'd completely forgotten about in the past month or month and a half. Now, there seem to be a variety of these things. We've got those two are a matched pair. The differences between, yes, there's different end pieces on these, so those two are a pair and those two are also a pair. Right, what are we doing with these? It says take those ones. That's the one, that's these, that's that, along with these. There are 3 frames with issue 80. Yes, there are indeed. The correct one is marked with the letter L for left and has a tapered end arrowed. Right, this is that one with that shaped end. And it's got an L on it. Wow, this one's probably got an R on it. Or hasn't. Yes, it's got an R on it as well. So, yes, I've got the right bit purely by luck. Right, fit the round end of the lower mid-rear fuselage strut, which is the shorter one of the two. Right, let's see. If we got that like that, that's going over there like that. Is that it? And then that's going on there like that. Okay, and we are using screws, XW01 screws. Right, I should get my screwdrivers and screws ready and be back again. It's going to be a multiple part video, this. Okay, XW01 screws, screwdriver, and bits ready to go on. Now, this one also has letters on it. I had just noticed there's an L on there, which is obviously they are for the left, and these are for the right. So I'm going to put this screw in there, through that bit, into that bit. And that would just go in there. I'm not going to tighten it up until things are a bit more arranged, because I want to make sure I get the angles correct. So that one's going in there. Is that it's also got an L on it? It has that end there, up there, in there like that. Right, with another XW01 screw. So that's that in there. So that's, I'm going to tighten that a bit more than that though. That's better. Right, okay. So now at least we know whereabouts we are, and that is the assembly looking a bit like that. It does look just like that, so I'm happy with that so far. That's okay. I'm assuming we're going to be doing the opposite, the same, but right, not quite yet. Now we need the full assembly. Issue 80, which has got the L on it, which looks like that one. Is that one, do you think? Yes. An L on there. Is that, or that, is that? What's the difference? It's got a deeper thing on it now, so it's the shallower one first, and then the other one, and that's going on there. But before we do that, I'm gonna nip ahead and probably, let's just double check. Yes, nipping ahead to step 26, where we basically put the other one together the same. So I'm going to do that. While I've got the 2 screws out and these bits, I'm going to put those onto there. It's there, isn't it? Or is it that? It's not there. It's that one, isn't it? No. Yes. No. What's that one now? I'm really confused as to which ones I'm using now. That's the line with the long one. That's that one. That's that one. Yep. Okay. That is the same as that. So we're going to use that on there and do the same with these ones on there, because it's easier to get this bit done before I have to get the entire bench occupied by a huge X-wing. Let's get these on opposite. And, you know, future me that's doing the editing and putting all the picture-in-picture up is screaming at you now saying, why are you doing 26 and then 27 when we haven't even done, you know, 10 yet? Or I don't even know what number it is that I'm, in theory, on at the moment. But, yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out in post. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Okay, so that's that one, which is sort of ready to go when I get the next bit done and get the huge bit ready to assemble. So as far as I can tell, that's going one side, that's going the other side. Obviously, these are going along the way somewhere as well. Let's get these the right way round. That one has an L on it, as does that one. So that is that one, that's that one. That's that. And then these are going to obviously join up all of those with multiple screws. So yes, I'm going to clear the bench a little bit more. I'm going to get the big assembly ready, and we'll start going back to the proper numbers and doing it in order. So, large wings assembled. Well, not assembled, you know, we're getting there. Right, first up, we're taking the part from issue 80, which has 2 pins in the position shown just like that. It's got the shaped edge piece here. That's going up this end. Just using these 2, pushing it at the holes. You know, the ones that I forgot about last time. Well, not last time, but before. So they're lining up, and that just pushes home quite clear and easily. That's gone in there a bit like that. Next up, the other one is going up the other end. Just the one long slot and 1 pin, which is going up in the top there. So that's going there, that's going up there. And that is just going in. Again, quite easily, like that, not a problem with that. Now comes the part with the wobbly wires, wobbly leads. That's going in up there as well. Right, let's maneuver things a little bit. That's going on there. So again, there's 1 plug to go down there somewhere, and this one to go on the top. But these have to line up with that as well. Probably easier to do that after the fact, I should think. Probably is the huge wing pieces getting in the way. So we need to make sure that that bottom hole lines up with that, and that goes in there. Not like that, because that's loose. That needs to go in there. So you've probably got to get these lined up at the same time, so it will go in far enough. This is not a fun part to do. That's gone in there. And that's gone in there. So then it should just need a little bit of twisting. There we go. Get those lined up. That goes in there and that goes in there. It does clip home just that little bit. So that's now made a slightly more elaborate framework for that. I'm happy with that. That's gone in there. It should look like this, as it says in part 17. And it does. It looks quite a lot like that. Now I need to use a screw in the other end, which I can't reach. I'm going to, again, skip out that bit. I'm going to do the same again on this side, because while I'm at this end, I can do that bit. So I'm going to mess up my editing one more time. I'll put that bit in there. That one up there. It will go in there. Honest. There we go. Get that locked in the top. Just like that. Cool. And then the bit from the other side, which I've put together again, the same, is going in there. Now I've done it before, I can sort of feel it line up and go in place. And then these ones, again, just rotate around to fit in over there. So that's jumped ahead a good few sections. Yeah, so let's now go back to, that's just done all of that and that. Now I need to come back and put the screws in, and then I can put the top bits in. So I will turn this around now. I can put that on top again now, out of the way. It's sort of unwieldy, but I can understand that you can't get back to plug it in again now. So you do have to do that at that stage. There's no shortcuts there. I do need some 08 screws, which I have conveniently there. That's going to be like that. Right. What was that? That was something fell off the top. The targeting computer. In fact, that whole section can come out for now. I'll put that back where it needs to go, over there. Somewhere over there, I think. There's other bits that I need to dig out and sort out with that when we come to put that in, which is going to be fairly soon, I believe. Let me open up the 08 screws, of which I have quite a few. There goes another packet of them as well, so I'm assuming we're definitely going to be using those in a big way. Right, the 08 screws I need to put in through there on both sides. You can't see. I know you can't see because, you know. There we go. Right. They need to go in that bit and that bit. And then up here when the other bits fit into the place. It's getting heavier. It's lovely, but it's getting heavier. So let's get the first one in there. Actually, I think I'm going to have to, yeah, squeeze it in just a little bit to get it to line up properly in there. And even then, that's not quite lining up properly. Yeah, there's definitely some give to that. So let's scrooge that in while I'm getting the screw lined up. It's always useful to get the screw lined up in the right way. Is there some way I can do this so you can actually possibly see what's going on? I'll try and stand it up. It might be out of focus because of, you know, everything being down there. Right, there we go. So, putting in this screw into there, but as you can see, it needs to be maneuvered so it lines up properly. And I know you can only see the end of my hand now. But there we go, that's now tightening up into there a little bit. Let's get that in there a little bit and then do the same the other side. Then I can tighten them down fully when I'm not completely in the way of the camera. Let's get that, again, needs to be maneuvered to make sure that lines up with the hole. we go. So that one tightened down. That one tightened down a bit. Then we're getting the big top bar in place, which is held in place with a screw on the other end, I think, actually. Right, let's have a look. I'm going to lay it back down again. Just like that. Oh, look, one of the internals has fallen out. Another one of those. Probably best to glue them in place if you're worried about them ever staying there, because they're inside the thing. You can't see them. But yeah. Right, so this is going to go all the way along there. It looks like there's going to be a screw either end, actually. So this one has a letter on it that I can't see. It's got an R on it. Now, I can't remember which side was which. That was left, because it's the left, because the ship's coming towards me. So this is an R. This is going to be that side. Is it there? No, it's that way round. So obviously all of these have got to line up in there. It's got a bit of a curve to this end of it as well. So it's got to go in there, a bit like that. In fact, just like that. And then I've got to screw this end. Which I'm not going to tighten down fully, because I need to do on the other end anyway. But before I do that, I might as well finish off this end by putting this one in the right place over here. Let's get that down there. This one goes in exactly the same, but on the other side, creating a nice framework which is being held in together in there like that. I've just moved R2 back plate, but we won't worry about that quite yet. There we go. That's that. I'm not going to tighten that down fully. 2 more screws to get on the end, and then that's the end of the build. So let me, turn it around again. Basically, that's the best way of doing it. Actually, I'll turn it halfway, then I can do that on that end anyway. Where's it going? Oh, there's big magnets there. Damn it! Be aware of that. These are obviously magnets that are going to hold the top cover piece on. So, yeah. I think it's going to try and steal the screw as soon as you get anywhere near it. About there. There is a hole there. There we go. No, we don't. Right. I'm going to do this off camera and show you what it looks like when it's finished. There we go, all squared away, all tightened up, all 4 screws put in, and all located as it should be. One problem I was having with the screws on this end, the one that I did second, was that it shouldn't be the 08 screws, it should be the XW01 screws. So that was my error for not reading the words properly. But that was that, it's all done now, and that's that, and that is the end of issue 83. As ever, we'll have a look at the back page, which has got Luke getting out of his snow speeder. He looks somewhat happy about it. I don't know, that might be a between shots picture, but yeah, cool. That was that. That was issue 83, so hopefully you're enjoying the build and following along. Do let me know in the comments if you're enjoying or not, as the case may be. I shall see you soon for issue 84. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.